So you shoot with Fujifilm, or maybe you want to start shooting with Fujifilm. I'm sure at this point you know about Fujifilm's unique film simulations. If you're new here, my name is Zach. I'm a photographer and arts administrator based in Santa Barbara, California. And today we're talking about my favorite film recipe, Kodachrome. These Fujifilm recipes are more than just film simulations. Rather, they're a series of specific settings in camera that together process an image to look like a certain type of film. I have 7 different recipes saved as custom profiles on my X Pro 3 that I use regularly. Now, something to note is that these unique color profiles are only embedded in the JPEG files, so you need to be shooting JPEG for this to work. On a lot of Fujifilm cameras, you can shoot both RAW and JPEG, so you don't have to worry about giving up the RAW information if that's a problem for you. So today, we're talking about my version of the Kodachrome film simulation. As you can see, I went out to shoot some images for you to take a look at, and you can decide what you think. The newer Fujifilm cameras like the X Pro 3 offer new features including clarity and color chrome effect blue that the other cameras don't have. Newer features give you more options, but they are far from necessary. I would suggest tweaking the recipe to your liking. That's exactly what I've done here. I started with the Kodachrome 64 recipe from FujiXweekly.com, a really informative blog that features countless Fujifilm film recipes. The link to the Kodachrome post is in the description. So here are my settings. We use the Classic Chrome film simulation as a base for this one. Classic Chrome is my second favorite and second most used film simulation across the board. I set the grain to weak large, Color Chrome strong, Color Chrome FX blue weak. I keep the white balance and dynamic range at auto, something that is not found in the original recipe. The tone curve stays at 0. I keep the color at 0, although the original recipe calls for +2 color. Sharpness is set to +1, noise reduction to -4, clarity to +3. You should be aware that changing the clarity setting will slow down the camera quite a bit, so you can skip this if that bothers you. It's fine for me because I like to take my time with the X Pro 3 anyway, but in certain cases it will be a deal breaker. My images look a bit punchier than the example images on the FujiX Weekly blog, and that might be a result of the adjustments combined with my exposures. If I had overexposed the images a bit more, they would probably have a more faded look rather than the sort of punchy vibe they are currently giving off. I like this simulation because it has a nice character and color. It's warm without feeling too warm, and it has a good amount of contrast. I don't think that my version looks more like film than anyone else's. I'm not a film photographer, and I don't claim to be, but hopefully the images are reminiscent of film, or at least not overly digital feeling. My Kodachrome recipe is used most on my camera because I think it works the best across a variety of situations, and it gives me a look I really enjoy when I want to skip editing the RAW files and just use the JPEGs. Here are some more examples. By the way, every image you'll see in this video is a straight out of camera JPEG shot on my X Pro 3 with the Fujifilm XF50mm f2. I've added a link to a folder where you can download some of the example images from today to get a sense of what they look like. Feel free to check it out. On a somewhat unrelated note, send me your RAW photos for an upcoming video in which I will edit the submitted photos. All that information is down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this film simulation. Which one's your favorite? If you're new here, consider subscribing to see the rest of the series, and say hi in the comments. I'd love to meet you here. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.